Alright, welcome to game 2 of the series. Siddolio won game 1 as Os here. Why did they mess up their base positions? Whatever, I don't care. Base positions are messed up, but I don't care. We'll just let it slide. Coffee House Depression playing as Oberkommando West in the south. Siddolio playing as Soviets in the north. Scavenge, Breakthrough, and Spec Ops versus Shock Rifle, Lend-Lease, and Urban Defense. Could be fun. Looks like Coffee House is going to go hard left. Stern Pios, Volksgrenadiers heading left. And Penal Battalion is making its way right. So that's tier 1 from Siddolio. 2 combat engineers into penals. This squad straight for the cutoff house. Moves to take the point now. And wow, that is an insanely risky battle group. I can't believe he just did that with no vision. Well, he's gonna get lucky this time. Siddolio has gone hard right, so nothing's gonna show up and take advantage of the fact that that just built with no scouting or vision or protection of any kind. Kind of risky placement, but the terrain here actually makes it kind of hard for AT guns to shoot at that from range if you look at the elevation differences, so that's something. Combat engineers moving to take control of the right side VP. These combat engineers moving to get control of the munitions. And Penal Battalion is making its way further south, just getting the territory under control, unopposed for now. And Coffee House will get the entire left side under his control, unopposed as well. And they'll probably finish capturing both their respective sides at about the same time. Siddolio is going to take a moment to throw down some barbed wire over here. Try and prevent his opponent from utilizing this house, I guess. Taking his sweet time. Penal Battalion will attempt to cross the road, counter some Volksgrenadiers in green cover, plus Stern Pios by a battle group headquarters, so we'll definitely not be able to overwhelm that position. And engaging at this range against this quantity of troops, he'll probably lose eventually. He's happy with that one kill, and we'll pull back to safety. Hasn't lost anything himself. 3 Penal Battalion opening. He might try and do something sneaky and attack with all 3 Penal Battalions simultaneously with 135 munitions and try to destroy it with 3 satchel charges. Because it takes 3 satchels to blow up a battle group. Might work if his opponent doesn't go for any kind of suppression. Can be hard to pull off though. More wire going down over here, gonna block this approach. Blocks this approach. Tries to block this. I think that'll probably work. Just gonna defend. Just defending right side for now. While he waits for an M3. Probably be able to assault this position with an M3. Almost all Oberkommando units defending here on the cutoff. Siddolio will kind of spot that a little bit. I don't think he should go in on this. He's in red cover. He's going to get bled hard on this approach. This is not a good engagement for Siddolio at all. That squad has to retreat. He's trying to get flame bursts off through the hedge, but it's not doing any serious damage. There's the M3 for his Penal Battalion to jump in. It's not going to be able to take on this much clustered stuff, especially not by a battle group HQ. He's going to have to think carefully about exactly what he wants to do. He also dropped 60 munitions on a flamethrower, so he clearly has no intention of just spamming satchels on this.
Squad numbers back at full. Under attack!
Fall back position, upgrade ready.
There's the retreat point. M3 trying to get little flame bursts off, but takes pretty heavy damage from focus fire, and there's the first Panzer Schreck. 2 flamethrowers though. Flamethrowers could be a serious problem. Having just dropped 300 manpower on that retreat point, it means that he might risk getting overwhelmed by numbers. Flamethrowers trying to focus on that Stern Pyo squad. Looks like Siddolio will lose the engagement after inflicting a little bit of bleed on Sturms. 150 manpower worth of bleed on Sturms. Not bad. Not anything all that impressive either. And he doesn't get any crits to wipe the squad. So it looks like Coffee House pretty much takes that engagement with minimal losses. Siddolio needs to try and push simultaneously with all of his units instead of just half. That was only a 3-squad push, really. This one arrived late. M3 didn't really participate at all. He's going to scout around the right side to try and make sure that no tech structure is being built. Moves to catch these combat engineers. Penal Battalion's going to get forced away very soon. Falling quite low. There they go. The fact that he keeps rotating squads off the battlefield is really hurting. Tier 4 is about to be constructed. Siddolio will spot it being built, though. He will spot that being built. Penal Battalion right there. M3 on the flank. I don't know if Siddolio can do anything about this. There's too much stuff in his way, and he isn't getting any squads in range to support against it. So I'm pretty sure that truck's going to complete. M3 drops combat engineers off on the cutoff to shut down Oberkommando West resource income for a little while. Here comes Siddolio, big push. This could be a huge push depending on exactly what happens. Satchel Charge will destroy this cover. Penal Battalion's moving into short range to engage the Tier 4 structure, I think. No, he just gives up. He doesn't even shoot at it, and that's the Tier 4 structure complete. So his transition into Tier 2 now is pretty much necessary. He's built the structure. He's going to need mortars or field guns to attack this position from range. Fortunately, 500 manpower on tech here, 300 on the retreat point, 200 more on the Tier 4 structure, means that Coffee House's army is still very small. I suspect he's going to go Obers. There it is, Obersoldaten in production. So this is very much classic last patch meta. We'll see if it still works against Penal Spam. It should be okay. Once those Obers come out, you'll have a really strong tool against Penal Battalion, especially on the left side of this map. And Siddolio may struggle to do anything over here now with this thing constructed. M3 might be able to find more openings to harass the cutoff here in the back if he continues to blob really hard on his battle group. But since no harassment attempts are being made for the right side, Siddolio is quite free to just keep attacking this left side position, try and put pressure on his opponent. He's already got a 100 victory point lead. And the game probably won't see any major shifts in the balance of power until more Tier 4 units come out. He's either going to go Panzer II for hard anti-Penal Battalion or just straight to Panther. I'd be quite surprised to see a Sturm Tiger, but who knows. No commander selection from either player. 3 CPs. No heavy mortars for Siddolio, which I don't think he even has access to. You'd have to use regular mortars. No shock troops. And nothing of any kind from Coffee House. Stern Pyos get caught over here with their Minesweeper out, but Tier 4 structure does a lot of damage to the M3. Regardless, he will shut down that harassment attempt. Meanwhile, Flamethrowers are attempting to push some squads off of this strategic point, but they have to dance away from the Tier 4 structure very carefully. There's the field gun, which I guess will very slowly be putting damage on this structure. Because of the terrain variations here, it's unlikely to be able to get clean shots off. Just gonna hit the dirt. My explosive barrage looks like it's pretty off target too. It's not even really doing any damage, and he cancels it. M3 is just hovering over here on the right side, not really doing anything. There's nothing it can do inside the radius of this structure, so second Obersoldaten squad is in production. Gonna try and hold the line here. And we're going to finally see another harassment attempt for the right by these Sturm Pyos. M3 is moving to counter. Penal Battalion in the house. No flamethrower on this combat engineer squad, so it's not really that great at countering harassment, but it's alright, I guess. We're going to see a really aggressive push by those Volksgrenadiers away from their forward defensive position. That might leave that a little bit vulnerable, but fortunately Siddolio has not chosen to attack. He's just going to counterattack over here on the right, push those Volksgrenadiers away while he's able to do so away from the Tier 4 structure. Obersoldaten engaging at range, probably be able to get a lot of kills on these penal battalions from across the road. Flamethrower Blob moving up on these Volksgrenadiers. That squad had to retreat quite early from Obersoldaten and Sturmpio fire. Grenade! Oh no! Dodge from Siddolio! That grenade! He needs to trade for that squad if he can. Wipe that. He walked in range of the Tier 4 structure, lost a full squad of penal battalions, and inflicted no serious damage on his opponent. Not a very good engagement for Siddolio at all. He also lost control of this strategic point very briefly. Combat Engineers moving to retake it now.
I have the men ready. What do you need?
AT gun set up behind the hedge to try to destroy this, but it is on red cover. Those overs could easily wipe that. Slowly dealing a little damage. It's in extreme danger. That's probably going to get decrewed. There's probably nothing Siddolio can do to save it at this point. There it goes. Combat Engineers also getting wiped. I don't think they're going to get away. Wonder if he'll go for the steal or the salvage. Steal. Probably won't be successful. Succeeds in moving it a little further south if he can push away these penals with these overs, which it looks like he's going to be able to in this red cover. The carnage! Oh my god! Not even close to being able to recover that field gun. The M3 over here on the right side forces a retreat from those Sturms, but Siddolio is getting pushed back into his base hard. That field gun has been stolen. He still holds the entire right, so that's something, but every engagement is looking worse and worse for him.
Prepare for action.
Grenadiers back to full strength.
Lock full. Take safe and prepare to move.
Converges here on this Tier 2 for healing. There's Tier 3 for Siddolio. T-34-76 in production. He needs to do something pretty amazing with that tank, because he's clearly lost the infantry war.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. Dying here. A sector has been cut off.
Not really gonna make any attempt at attacking. Wow, look at that. He's actually trying to start blowing up base defenses with his field gun. If he can punch a hole in the Soviet base defenses and allow his Obersoldaten to actually walk into the base and start wiping squads, that will be extremely bad for Siddolio. He's trying to counter here. We might see a huge play. T-34 is going to absorb fire on the structure, and Siddolio has almost enough munitions for 3 satchel charges. Here it comes. I think this is going to happen. There's 1. There's 2. Now he can try and finish it off with T-34 fire or flamethrower fire. I think that's a dead Tier 4. Throws the last satchel just to be safe. Clearly was not necessary. T-34 finished the job. Oh no, the stolen field gun! Siddolio had to take a slightly different route to get to safety. Well, trading a Tier 4 for a T-34 isn't a very good trade for Siddolio, especially when he's already behind and he lost another penal battalion during that. But it does mean that no Panther is on the way, so that's something. Jagdpanzer is in production in its place. But Siddolio has lost so much. And Coffee House is definitely free to start harassing the right side. There's no way Siddolio could possibly push and contend with harassment for the right simultaneously. It's time for Coffee House to start thinking about victory points a little. Unless he just wants to go straight for the annihilation victory, which it looks like he might.
MG squad awaiting orders.
It's just a Strafniki. No great loss.
The sector is at risk.
He is redeemed in blood, comrades.
Supply lines have been cut.
Field gun working on this thing.
I'm losing men. They've opened up on us.
And Maxim's getting laser beamed down by Obers easily. It's not even close. These Maxims cannot keep these Obers back. Trying to reinforce desperately. Volksgrenadier Blob and Ober Blob laser beaming that Maxim down hard. There goes the final base defense, and it looks like he is going for the annihilation victory, just walking into the base with everything. He's going to try and just win before the victory points run out by destroying the base, and it looks like he will probably be successful. 2 Volksgrenadiers with Shreks, field gun, shooting at the tier 3 structure. That might even go down before a T-34 arrives. There's a Jagdpanzer to help put damage on these structures, and all of Siddolio's army is dead. This is definitely the game, and it looks like Coffee House Depression will go into Game 3 with faction selection. If he can just kill Siddolio before another 100 victory points come off the board, which he probably will.
Target destroyed.
And Siddolio surrendered. So that means Coffee House Depression definitely takes faction selection for Game 3. Short break, and we will go into it.